Hey guys, Knife Whisperer here, and today is episode number 4 of Knife Confessions. 4 guys already? Good lord. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I come up with these topics, well, after each one that I've done, I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to plan this out better. So I don't know, to come up with something a little more interesting. But then when the more I think about it, I can't come up with anything. So usually the day of the video on Mondays when I'm doing these videos for Knife Confessions, I come up with something, and today it hit me. Am I the only one, which I know I'm not, that doesn't like to use their knives? Now, I mean, I'll use a budget knife. Like, I'll use a Civivi, a Kershaw, or anything like that. Anything that's like, like $80 and down. But when I'm spending $100 to $350 on a pocket knife, I don't want to use it. Now, isn't the point of spending that money on these nice knives because their performance is going to be better, they are going to be stronger, better to use, right? I mean, they're a tool, right? I don't know. I don't see it as a tool though. I see it as an object of, it's a representation of my lust for what I collect. When I look at the knife, I lusted for this bad boy, and I had to have it. So it's going to be hard for me to lust or be attracted to this thing if it's got a scratch in the blade, or if it has a chip out of the carbon fiber, or it's not smooth anymore because it's got grit in it, or dust, or hair, or whatever else gets in those things. I don't know, because I don't use mine. But I know I'm not the only one that does this. Now, little story. I was working for my stepdad a couple years back, and I had just gotten it was the Riot K4. It was like a 400. I think I paid like 400 for it, and I got a good deal on it because I think they go for like 450. But it's the one with the carbon fiber inserts, and it's got like a recurve Tanto slash. I don't know. It's a weird blade shape. Beautiful knife. It's part of like their tactical line, the K4. Anyways, I bring it to work with me, and my stepdad is my boss. He's the owner of the store I was working at. And it's a market, and we deal with like meat, pizza, and groceries. So we had a bunch of boxes from one of our grocery days out back that need to be broken down. And a lot of times when I get my new knives, I would show them to him. And he'd be like, oh, this one's nice. Wow. And then I'd tell him how much I paid for it. And he'd be like, are you crazy? Like, yeah, pretty much. But we all knew this already. Insane in the membrane, son. So I hand him the knife, and he proceeds to feel the edge, and he's like, wow, this thing is sharp. I'm like, heck yeah, it is. I could shave with that thing. He's like, have you cut anything with it yet? And I said, no, not yet. Before I even finished yet, he had a box in his hand, and he was cutting into it. Now, my face must have looked like somebody hearing the news from their doctor that they tested positive for AIDS. Seriously, no joke. I felt sick almost because my knife was being used to cut something. Like, it blew me away. I didn't know what to do. And he looked at me and he's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. So I tried to play it off like it was nothing. He handed me the knife. I put it back in my pocket and tried not to draw attention to the whole situation that I thought he might think was weird, because I was offended that he used my knife to cut something. So I go outside on my break, And the whole time, I'm scared to pull the thing out of my pocket because I'm afraid I'm going to see a scratch on it. Well, I pull it out of my pocket, and there's a scratch on it. I seriously, I wanted to cut myself. I just wanted to take the knife, throw it in the river that's right next to me. I was done. My heart was broken. Done. Have you guys ever had any situations like this happen to you with some of your expensive favorite knives? Like, to the point that you don't want to use it. Now, a lot of times we don't want to use them because you're thinking about, you might want to sell it someday, so you want it to be in the best shape possible so you can get the most money for it. But we all know in the back of our minds that in order to sell the thing, we're going to have to drop the price way down. So you might as well use it. Like, it's crazy. Am I the only one confessing this absolute horrible situation that I try to avoid? I can't be, right, guys? Help me out here. Now, that is my knife confession for today. A long one. And before I let you guys go, I am actually trying to sell this Riot iron. It is a 3.25 inch blade, M390. There is not a scratch on this thing. I've never used it. But I'm trying to just get funding for another knife just to keep the content going for the channel. My hours, I haven't been getting any overtime at work, so I'm a little strapped right now. So I am putting this up for like $250, and they go for, you know, a little bit over $3. So it's a really good deal for Riot, guys. And like I said, it's like new in box. So if any of you guys are interested, let me know. Knife Whisperer out.